Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Final Fantasy II. Last time we got quite a lot done in what I thought was going to be a short episode, and then turned out not to be. Given the circumstances under which I'm recording this week, i.e. on my lunch break, the next couple of episodes probably will be a little bit shorter than they have been. But that's fine. It does us all good to have a little bit of a break now and again. Not that it's a break. I'm also being stared at by a cat as I record this, so it's entirely possible we may have some interruptions along the way as well, but we'll have to wait and see about that, won't we? Okay, so last time we liberated Finn, and yeah, we need to figure out what to do next, because I can't remember. Finn is ours again at last. The standard of the Wild Rose flies high over Finn once more. Yes, it does. You been to Paul's house yet? He certainly seemed overjoyed to be back in his own home. Oh, that's right, yes. We need to get the Black Mask, and then we need to go to Mysidia to find out what's happened to Minwu. So, the Black Mask, as I recall, is, I think it might be on this little island down here, because we've not been there yet, and we can get there thanks to having the ship now. So let's go investigate that today. Ah, every time. Not even worth the effort. There's the ship. Right, how do we get there from here? I think it's another case of going down through the straits, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, because north is completely blocked off. Alright, let's do it. You don't scare me, fish. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I know this is sort of breaking with convention, but I was also going to give Guy a staff. One, because it's better than his axe, and two, because, again, I was reading up some more on the mechanics of this game, and one of the considerations to bear in mind with weapons is the fact that, as well as their standard attack and that sort of thing, they also have a hidden magic penalty stat, which is basically a penalty to magic's accuracy based on what weapon it is. And as you might expect, weapons that are typically associated with mages have the lowest magic penalty, and weapons that are not associated with mages, such as large battle axes, have the highest magical penalty. As such, it doesn't make a lot of sense having Guy wielding a large axe if he's going to be our white mage, which he has been so far. So, right, here we are, Tropical Island. This is where I thought it was. We're going to explore this place. And if I'm correct in what I'm remembering, we find the Black Mask here. Now, you're all going to be strong against physical, aren't you? Yes, of course you are. Doesn't hurt to try. Right, so with that in mind, you can defend. You can cast, I don't know, fire. You can attack, so you can train your staff at least. Okay, so yellow ones are weak against fire. That's good to know. Are red ones weak against blizzard, I wonder? Let's find out together. I looked away just as the damage number came up. I don't think that was a weakness, though. Try thunder, then. Red ones are weak against thunder. Smashing. Guy's staff skill didn't go up. That's annoying. Oh well. Plenty more opportunities. Dual dads. Okay. You attack. You set fire to one of them. You attack. And you attack. Some sort of incredibly loud thumping and banging going on outside. Apologies if you can hear that. I can hear it through my headphones, so you may well be able to pick that up. There's nothing to worry about, hopefully. I don't know. Oh, no. Fire. Attack. Defend. I hate how delicious all the pudding enemies sound. Like red moose sounds like something I really want to eat. Yellow jelly, maybe yes, less so. We're doing 2 hits for the staff now. Very good. Keep it up, Maria. Ooh, did some damage. How about that? Slowly going for that stuff, leveling up. Well, never mind. It's worth doing. To my knowledge, I don't think there's staves that necessarily have a direct impact on statistics. So I'm not sure if there's like a mage staff that directly increases intelligence. They might be. Maybe one of the ultimate weapons does that. But I think those are character specific. And I'm pretty sure that Guy's character specific one is an axe, because that's what he starts with. I don't know. Doesn't really matter right now. Excuse me. With a very snotty cough. I'm quite snotty today. I've said in some previous episodes, I've been trying to shake off this bloody cold for like the last month at this point. And I thought I had. And then there's people at the day job who come in when they're ill. You know, and that ends up just infecting everyone else all over again. which is no good. I really hate the culture of shame that there is around illness in this country. I don't know if it's the same elsewhere in the world, but here, anytime you're ill, you always get subject to this sort of managing absence process, which inevitably means having some sort of soul-destroying interview about how much you were shitting yourself the previous day. And occasionally having to justify yourself to HR. And it's just demoralising. Because when you're ill, the last thing you want to do is go into work and do a bad job. Because if you're not feeling on top form, you're not going to do a good job. Regardless of what you do. Regardless of if you've got a physical job or if you're doing a boring office job like I do. And it really sucks. But not a lot we can do about it, unfortunately. But anyway, yes, if I sound a bit snotty, that's why. As seen now. Oh, you again. Okay. Not sure how big this dungeon is. Famous last words. Things said before disastrous events and all that. I'm just wondering if I should be a bit more conservative with Maria's magic points. Given that... No, I don't have any ethers. I could go and buy some. That would be the sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? I should probably go and do that. But there's one. Okay, before we get too deep in then, let's go back and buy some ethers. And maybe some potions as well. And in the meantime, Maria can chew through her magic points. Getting better with that stuff already, guy. Alright. There's the way out over there. At least this place isn't too labyrinthine. This is a great opportunity for some training. So while that happens, I'm going to pop open a can of Pepsi and probably belch thunderously any moment. Oh, I need to input commands, don't I? hopefully I've spent enough magic points for Maria to get a bit of an increase after this fight. But we'll see. We could definitely use a few more. No, nothing at all. Oh. For shame. Right, where's the nearest place to hang out? Is that Salamander over there? It's probably closest, isn't it? Okay. I know my Final Fantasy II geography a bit better than this by now. It's actually a relatively small and compact world in this game. But sort of the scope of the story makes it feel a lot bigger, I find. Ooh. Excuse me. I knew it was coming at some point. But the exact moment always takes you just slightly by surprise, doesn't it? It's not Salamand. Salamand's all the bloody way over there. Oh, but we are quite close to Bafsk, I suppose. Should have just gone back to Altair, shouldn't I? That would have been much easier. City of excuse me, perpetual sunset. Oh god, I'm such a wreck. Why do I have to be such a wreck? Let's get 50 of them. Still got 2 cottages, so that's good. Let's also get some high potions. And probably worth stocking up on a few of these status curing things as well. Just in case. I mean, Guy does have Isuna, but just in case. Oh, another thing I was looking up is that the curse spell is very worth leveling. So I think we might have to spend a bit of time doing that. Because what the curse spell actually does is that it reduces an opponent's attack and defense power. So for all those enemies, all those boss enemies that we've encountered who were seemingly indestructible, Curse would have been a great spell to use on them. So I think we'll spend some time leveling that on Maria. And that will hopefully be helpful for some future bosses. Right, where are we going? Right, the location just says C. Right, so starting now. This could take a while. It's okay. We're playing the long game. These look like prime candidates. Especially because these are a little bit tougher than some of the other enemies you find on the seas. Missed. Good job. Oh, come on, Maria. You have, like, Einstein-level intellect. You should be able to land a simple level 1 curse spell. It's probably because it's level 1 that she can't land it. I know. So, for those interested in the behind-the-scenes stuff, the way the combat mechanics work in this is it's actually very much like tabletop role-playing, because it's all based on the idea of rolling successes. So basically what's going on behind the scenes is the game is basically rolling some dice according to like the level of your spells and your intelligence level and that sort of thing, and setting a boundary for a minimum that needs to be rolled to count as a success. So the equivalent to this in something like Dungeons and Dragons today would be like a skill check, where you're given a difficulty class and you roll a certain number of dice with modifiers according to your statistics, and you have to get equal to or greater than the difficulty to succeed. And if you succeed multiple times, then the thing you're trying to do is more effective. So if you've ever played the board game Betrayal at House on the Hill, this is actually quite a good comparison as well. Because that explicitly works with number of successes and so on. So the reason that leveling spells is so helpful is because it provides you basically more dice with which to earn successes. So like with a level 2 curse spell, I'm effectively rolling 2 dice. So I can get up to 2 successes with that. Which means it's either more likely to hit, or if they all hit, then it's going to have a larger effect. So there's a very, very good site that breaks down all these mechanics very clearly. I've actually forgotten the name of it as I record this. But if I remember, I'll put a link down in the description. So if you want to read up on this side of things, it's kind of fascinating actually, because there's a lot of really interesting mechanical depth going on in this game that doesn't often get acknowledged. And this was sort of exemplified by a few interactions I had on Twitter recently, where people sort of write this game off as being bad because of the progression system. And I don't agree with that at all. Even the original Famicom version, I don't agree with sort of the assessment of it being bad at all. There are subsequent games that built on it and did it better, yes, definitely. Most notably in the Saga series, which basically Final Fantasy II was the progenitor for. But this game in itself is not a bad game. It does not have a bad progression system in its own right. And as you can see from how we've been playing this, it's very possible to build characters in different ways, just naturally by the way you play the game. Okay, that might mean you need to adjust the way you play in certain ways. Most notably for things like training spells and increasing intelligence and magic points and that sort of thing. But yeah, I like this game's progression system. Lovely job, Maria. And a level up on sword and shield level for Firion as well. That's nice. Okay, let's get to a bit of cursing. Missed. One day it will land. But today is not that day. Guy getting the hang of that stuff nicely. Lovely job. Right. Onwards to the next floor after this fight. Curse, curse, curse. Come on, Maria, you can do it. I wonder if I can't curse them because they're undead or something. I think those things are undead, hence the name. Well, keep casting. It still levels the spell, even if it doesn't work. Only trouble, of course, is you don't get any indication whether it's missing because of accuracy or missing because it's ineffective. Curse level increased, and Guy's staff level increased. Winning all round. That's not what I meant to look at. Okay, Guy now at level 6 on staff already. So, leveling weapons doesn't take very long at all. Leveling spells is probably the most time consuming. Oh, I landed one. Wonderful. So, in theory, that one should take more damage. Can't really tell. That's definite progress. Oh, also, I found out what the aura spell does. So the aura spell increases your effectiveness against certain types of enemies. And the higher level the aura spell is, the more different types of enemies you are strong against. So it can be quite useful, but in most circumstances I think Berserk is more helpful. But if you can level both the aura and Berserk, it can be quite useful. In fact, talking of which, I should probably be doing that, shouldn't I? No, I mean, we've wanted to get Guy's weapon level up a bit, haven't we? So Oh, it's a confusing dungeon with a high encounter rate. I love it when that happens, don't you? Alright, bit of cursing, bit of auraing. Can't curse a pudding. Fuck it, I'm not gonna waste countless turns on cursing things that can't be cursed. So we can get a move on. I think it's like level 6 or 7 you need to get Aura to, and then after that it's just earning additional successes rather than unlocking additional families and monsters that it makes you strong against. I wonder if that aura is what's allowing them to actually hit and damage those puddings. I think it might be. Yeah. So I guess the level that aura is at the minute makes them strong against whatever class of enemies that puddings are. You keep at it, guy. That's been working out nicely for you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't curse undead. And you probably can't curse magical things as well. I think that's technically what puddings are. Scourge time. We know and love Scourge already. Very nice. Oh, lots of opportunity for practice here. Just taking the time, see how much time I've got left for this recording session. We've got a little while yet, probably about another 20 minutes or so. 20 or 30 minutes. See, the thing I'm finding interesting about the progression and battle system in this is that it encourages you not to just hack and slash your way through fights. Which I'm sure you may remember towards the end of Final Fantasy 1 in particular. That became a bit of a problem. Well, not a problem as such, but you reached a point where just hammering the attack button over and over was sort of all you really needed to do in order to win. That's a bit of a shame, really. Ooh, another chest down there. Because you've got all these interesting abilities, you may as well have some sort of incentive to use them. And what you get in this game is you do get that incentive to use them, because the more you train them, the more effective they are. And in order to train them, you've got to use them. So, yes, you probably could get through most of the game with a party of purely physical attackers. But when you come up against enemies like this, you're going to be in a difficult situation if you don't have some magic items on you. And with that in mind, it's sort of best to... Now, I say best. Probably best, from what I can make out, to set up your party in a similar way to what we've got here, with a dedicated black mage, a dedicated white mage, and a frontline fighter. Excuse me. Finish him. Or not. Oh. Oh, not quite enough. Nice. That's how we do it. I curse you! At level 4! I curse you at level 4. Or I kill the one I was going to curse. Never mind. Interesting, didn't work on that one. Tell you one spell we do need to get that we don't have yet is Haste. Haste and Berserk are amazing. That's much like the haste and temper combo we used in Final Fantasy 1. In fact, it's exactly what that is. Because Berserk is temper by a different name. Lots of spell tomes we don't need. Unfortunate. I think the success mechanic I was talking about before is also the reason why buffs cast on the whole party aren't as effective. Because what you're doing there is you're spreading multiple successes over multiple targets instead of stacking them all on one. So imagine you had Protect level 4. If you cast that on one person and get 4 successes, that will be 4 levels of Protect on that one person. If you cast it on the whole party, though, you got 4 successes split between 4 people, so just 1 level of Protect on each. Oh, no. What is Maria's intelligence now? 63. Incredible. Alright, down we go. Definitely can't land it on then, can you? Another level up for Curse. How is Aura doing? Halfway to level 6. Okay, getting there. This is some nice progress that we have made today. Not sure we're going to finish this dungeon in the time I have available, unfortunately, but I'll do what we can. I should manage my targets a bit better, shouldn't I? Never mind. Did you just block an attack, Maria? I'm impressed. Nice. Oh, so many fights. Poison turds, you say? Let's just slice our way through these. I can keep practicing aura. Not weak against thunder. Interesting. How about Blizzard, because you're red? Blizzard, because you're red. Simpler times. When they said tropical island, I was expecting a nice island getaway. Instead I got a dingy old shitty cave. Full of monsters. Oh, they use Blizzard on things that a red thing doesn't always work, it seems. Interesting. Right, there's some stairs in the northwest corner. That's good to know. Let's try fire. Maybe... I don't have any things left. Let's try Osmose then. Osmose is a good spell for getting self-sufficient, but again, you have to level it just like anything else, so... This looks like the bottom. That also looks poisonous. It's not poisonous. It's just purple. Ooh, hello. Is there a boss? Of course there's a boss. Alright. This will probably be where we have to wrap up for today. But I was thinking we wouldn't get all the way through this dungeon, but it looks like we're going to. So that's good. Right, so before we take on that bad boy, let's heal up fully. Guy now over 2,000 hit points. Glug, glug, glug. I know I just saved, but I'll save with everyone at the full efficiency. It got Musk! Roar! I curse you. I order you a hit for 13. Missed. Sort it out, Maria. Come on, you can do it. Got it. Wallop. Now to do that all again on the next one. Ooh. Lovely. Just a pair of berserk for you. Nice. Firion living up to his protagonist role there with some massive damage. Everybody bundle. Nice. A comfortable victory. Black mask obtained from the chest. Alright, and then we can run away there. What I might do is, because I'm running out of time here, just off camera, I'm going to have a little run around and check we didn't miss any treasure chests, which I think we probably did. And then we'll pick up from here next time. So, like I say, sorry this was a short one, but sort of circumstances of recording at the time mean that I have to do some shorter episodes. I'm sure you won't complain too much at not having 2-hour epics to sit through. But still an hour. Still an hour. Enjoy. Anyway, just remains for me to say, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please help out the channel by leaving a like or a comment and subscribing. Be sure to check out moegamer.net for new articles on Japanese and Japanese-inspired video games, new and old, every weekday. Every month, Moegamer features an in-depth exploration of an individual game or series as its cover game, so be sure to check the archives to see if your favourite has had a deep dive yet. If you'd like to support the site directly, please consider becoming a patron or buy me a coffee. You can find links to do both down in the video description. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.